Hey everybody, welcome back. Story time with Charlotte. Story time. My fiance left me for his one that got away, but now he wants me back. I think you know how I feel about this already. Grab your blankies, grab your tea, and buckle the up. My fiance and I had been together for 3 years. He was my first boyfriend. We laughed, we cried, worried, and were happy together. Our families mixed very well. Our moms became close friends very fast. He was my best friend, my confidant, my support, my comfort. I looked at him and could see our future together. God, I'm even crying remembering the one time we took a blanket, went outside, and looked up at the stars like in a book.
He sounds like a great guy.
I never thought something like this could happen to me. The man I loved could never have done anything like that to me. It all started about 2 months ago. His ex, high school sweetheart together 7 years, moved back to our country and wanted to catch up with Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
His fake name. He told me they broke up because they were unable to sustain an LDR when she left to pursue postgraduate studies. What's an LDR? An LDR is a long-distance relationship, just so we're all clear. They hadn't been in contact for about 5 years. She sent him an email, he showed it to me, and it was completely platonic. She was just curious about what he had become. Okay, curious about what he had become. Or what she was missing, perhaps? He asked me if he could meet her. I said yes. Ooh.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I trusted him. So he went, but when he came back, he was a bit withdrawn. Right. No surprise there. I'm sorry, but like, you can be cordial with your exes. You can't hang out with them when you're in a relationship. That is my boundary. Maybe other people are okay with it. Probably gets messy if there's kids, but like... He's usually very chatty, but he was dismissive when I asked him how it went. I let it go. However, the following weeks, he was often on his phone. He picked random fights with me and didn't look at me in the eyes when we... giggity. Didn't whisper loving words either, right? Because he was thinking about somebody else.
About Jesus.
And looking for reasons to break up with you. Ladies, for the record, if he starts acting strange out of nowhere, there's somebody else. I'm really touchy / clingy, and in our 3 years together, he had never once recoiled or refused my embrace, but he started doing it. Jeez. I usually hug him like a koala when he comes home from work. I'm a bit childish, I know, but he only let me do it twice. It was such a sudden change. I asked him what was wrong, but he just said he wasn't feeling too good nowadays. Or maybe you should never have gone to meet up with your ex. Like, what possible reason could you have to catch up?
Wow.
I'd be okay with a catch up if I was there, not alone. They can't be alone together. On a Saturday, I went to visit his grandma and we usually knit together. She taught me and I was gone the whole day. I really felt close to her because she adopted me easily and reminds me of my own who died when I was in high school. When I came back, I found him packing his stuff. My whole world fell apart. He was being so cowardly. He told me he was sorry for making me suffer like this, but sometimes life gives you a second chance and you have to recognize it for what it is. Okay, we all got a one that got away, all right? We all have someone that maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe they just really weren't right for us, but they're the one that got away for a reason. When they come back, it's almost like they just want to test out if you're like still available, if they can still come to you whenever they need some validation. I already know how this is gonna turn out. Well, it's also in the title, but...
That's cheating.
He loved me, but when he met his ex, he realized the feelings weren't the same. He said he regretted letting go of her, that he found himself again, that it had been a difficult choice for him, but he had to take his chance. His ex wanted him back. Ugh, brother. Couldn't she have wanted him back when he wasn't in a happy relationship?
Where's the fun in that?
She had realized what she lost and risked losing for good when he told her he was getting married. He supposedly refused her at first, but as time passed and they talked together, his old feelings came back. He hoped I would forgive him one day and understand. In this instance, I would not forgive. I would not. I cried as he was talking. It sounds stupid, but it's as if... It sounds stupid, but it's as if it was a teen... It sounds stupid, but it was as if he was a... It sounds stupid, but as a...
Dear Lord.
It sounds stupid, but it was as if it was a stranger in front of me. He said he would still pay rent and part of the bills until our lease was up and I can find another place. He makes a lot more than me and I wouldn't be able to afford living in our apartment on my own. I begged him not to make this mistake, that he was being fooled by an idealized memory of their past together and that he was having cold feet. See, this is the thing about the one that got away, right? I feel like we put them on this pedestal and we want want an idea of them. We don't actually love them because the one that actually exists hurts us. Does that make sense? The people you idealize and put on a pedestal, that's not who they really are. You fall in love with the potential, not with the person.
Well said.
He was like a wall. He didn't even look at me. At about 10 p.m., there was a truck outside with one of his friends waiting for him. He apparently came to help him move. I wasn't really close with that particular friend, but he did seem sorry for me. Mark hugged me and left. I hadn't cried that hard in years. I slept in our spare room, not to feel the emptiness of our room with his things gone. I sunk to the deepest pathetic and tried to call him, but it went to voicemail. Had no idea where he went, but I assumed he was now living with his ex after 3 weeks of talking again. How ridiculous.
Where is your honor, dirtbag?
Who wants to bet that as soon as she has him, she's gonna leave him? I'm really lucky to have supportive friends and family. My best friend even moved in for 5 days. My parents wanted me back home with them, but I really wasn't ready to leave. Mark is a bit messy and I'm manic, so it felt weird having everything perfectly neat. I missed his messiness. It was as if he was the one that was making our house a home. He used to joke about me wanting the house to look like it was on sale or in a catalog. Not waking up to make breakfast, not seeing him read, lying on the sofa while I studied felt weird. Not buying his favorite snack or powder proteins when he was doing groceries felt weird. I felt very lost at first. It was like grieving. Usually when people break up, their relationship was going south, but to me, it came out of nowhere. I still loved him and I was planning the wedding and working on my side to build our future together. It was all gone in a day. Oh, girl, this is just brutal. I wish I had been smarter and refused to meet his one that got away. I mean, to a certain extent, you did trust him. You didn't think that he would just like switch on you like that because, you know, if you say, oh, you can't meet him, then they're like, oh, you're so controlling, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, you're not respecting the relationship by wanting to go and meet up with your ex to catch up. The hell you gotta catch up about? What you need to talk about?
Relationships and sex and stuff.
His family was dumbfounded. I still went to see his grandma. She told me he was a fool and that he would come back crawling to me. Wise words. She was the first person who managed to make me laugh. His mom, my mom, and I started making calls to cancel all reservations. Luckily, the store accepted to take back the dress. We didn't pay much for the location as we canceled early. Next was to inform the guests. He had been gone for about 3 weeks. His family was furious with him, so they didn't contact him much. The only contact I have with him was the signed check he made to cover the wedding cancellation. However, about a week ago, I received a letter from him. He apologized for leaving me like this. Said he made the biggest mistake of his life, that he couldn't even believe what he had done.
Well, well, well.
Okay, why couldn't you have realized that before she dropped you like she always does?
It's more fun this way.
He was writing me this letter because he didn't have the courage to face me. You were right. I was running after a perfect relationship that never existed. I regret it so much. I thought I was in love with her, but in reality, I was in love with what she represented. Why don't you listen to me? How come you never listen to me? I'm always right. Except when I'm not. I had cold feet and got afraid of moving forward into this new segment of life. I couldn't stop thinking about you when I was with her. She's not you. She doesn't know me or loves me like you. She doesn't smell like you.
This is getting weird.
I missed hearing you sing randomly throughout the day. I missed having someone nagging me to pick up my stuff. I missed planning Halloween parties for the kids with you. At the time I'm writing this letter, we would have probably been decoration shopping had I not been a fool. Everyone told me, but I was being a blind fool. I would do anything to go back in the past and slap some sense into myself. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you were that easily swayed, everybody gets a little cold feet, all right? Marriage is a big commitment, but you don't just leave. I would do anything for you to forgive me. I know we've already started canceling everything, but I'm ready to pay for everything myself. You can date someone else to even the scores if you want, as long as you come back to me. Oh, you're willing to take that chance? I would write the whole letter, but I'm only on my iPad and it's tiring. Oh, wow, such low effort here. Oh, she is. That's what she said. I just gave the important parts. He kept on with apologies and begging me to forgive him. Now, I told my family, left friends out for the moment, and his mom and grandma. Grandma had a very satisfied told you so moment. However, she's rooting for me to forgive him. His mom was supposed to send a formal letter to guests to tell them the wedding was off, but now is waiting for my answer. I don't know what to do. I love him with all my heart, but what he did to me, I don't know if I can get over it. You won't. You'll resent him forever. If you don't break up now, you're gonna do so in the future, having spent thousands of dollars on a wedding, and it'll be worse. He made me feel worthless. He threw me away as if I was no one to him after 3 years. He gave up on us for some ghost from his past when we were at our happiest. If he can't leave me when we are doing good, how will we sustain a marriage? Be Period, baby girl. Will he leave the moment things get hard? Probably. He hurt me so badly and expects me to forgive him. He wants us to meet on Sunday, but I'm not sure. I'm willing to. I need some perspective. What do you do in my situation? You don't. It's over. I'm sorry. It's over. Just a thought. How do you know that the old girlfriend didn't call it off, sending him back to pick up the pieces? That's what I'm saying, okay? I don't think that he realized. I think that she got her little validation that she needed from him and then dropped him. Definitely don't be the second choice. You are still the second choice. The right people don't need second chances. You deserve much more. It's true. I still have no idea where he is or if he still lives with her, but honestly, I don't think I should even care to clarify. You guys have let it down really well for me, and I can't even see things I hadn't considered for what he did. I just want to answer, please do not contact me again and be done. However, I don't know if it's proper. Proper? Sorry, I just burped a little bit. I'm sorry. I think we're past proper, babes. We're past proper. It's also not proper to leave your fiance right before your wedding. So why are you worried about being proper? I also feel like it is proper. Like, I feel like it is like appropriate right now to do that. Either you send that text or you just don't, just ghost. Don't give it any more thought or effort. Wedding is still off. Even if you can't take him back, you can't move forward with plans to spend the rest of your life with someone you're justifiably afraid will leave the moment things get hard until you've resolved those fears. That's gonna take a lot of time, counseling, and hard work, and frankly, I don't think he's up for it. The fact that he's even suggesting to even the score, like, yeah, why would you want your girlfriend, like, why are you okay with your girlfriend being okay with somebody else? Your fiance. How are you okay with that?
I'm a douche.
Is that just all this, like, a transactional, like, thing? The fact that he's suggesting to even the score as a way to solve this rather than a whole new set of problems is a huge red flag that he still has no idea what a successful marriage entails. It's like, oh, sorry, I cheated. You want to cheat too to just even the score?
Get away from me.
If you're not completely ready to walk away, tell him you need more time to think about what you want to do, and you will let him know when you're ready. But it really just sounds like he's running after what he can't have again. That's what it is. Unfortunately, a lot of guys want what they can't have. I wonder if he's even told his ex that this is a mistake yet, or is he avoiding that confrontation too? Oh, she dumped him for sure. Like, we don't know, but like, we know. There is an update. I didn't plan on updating, or at least not so soon, but I have another problem. I'm really thankful to everyone who answered and comforted me. You guys gave me the strength to look forward and not make a decision based on nostalgia. I felt really alone in my pain, but thanks to you, I feel a little less lonely. You're not the only one, babes. This story is not unique. So Mark wanted to meet on Sunday, but I unblocked him from my phone and told him I didn't want to meet and to please not contact me anymore. He answered, please, baby, I need to talk to you. Can we meet another day? I know I messed up really bad and hurt you deeply, but I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything you ask, I'll do it. Needless to say, it just angered me more. How dare he use terms of endearment with me? That's not your baby anymore. I just blocked him again after that. I met his mom on Saturday and told her to proceed with the notification of cancellation. We had an emotional moment, and she told me, even though she would have really wanted us to say one big family, she would have done the same in my place. Wow, that's nice. That's nice to have her support, because I mean, I'm sure that she would have wanted what's best for her son, but clearly the son is not good enough. He's not good enough for her. I'm more sad that you're losing that mother-in-law and his family. They sound great. She had hoped I would find the strength to forgive him, but she understands. And so the wedding is indeed being canceled. Yay! Buddy. My poor brother, I told him personally, and he had already bought his plane tickets from Australia, but got a refund. I rearranged all the furniture in the house and bought new bedding sets to make a new start and moved into the spare room for good. It looks really different, and I like it. And apparently he told our friends because someone brought it up to me, asking if we're getting back together, but they said they didn't want to side. But they're on your side. I'm on your side, for the record. On a Sunday evening, I had a visitor. I never have people coming this late usually. It was around 9 p.m. When I went to look through the peephole, I saw Mark with his ex. Okay. I seriously had a moment of panic. He must still have the key from the main entry since he managed to get to my door without using the intercom. I don't know if it was a cowardly thing to do, but I just chose not to open. I know they knew I was there, and I heard him ask me,
please let me in. He just wants to talk.
Through the door. Honestly, even though I feel better, I don't think I'm emotionally stable enough to deal with him, and especially his ex. The audacity of her showing up to your door. They stayed about 15 minutes and then they left. I thought he would get the message, but they came again yesterday around the same time, and I didn't open again. They waited even longer. I know I'm not being an adult. No, this is how adults behave. Adults have boundaries. That's your house, baby girl. Don't let them in. So now I don't know what to do. I feel nervous in my own house because I dread the moment they'll come back. He knows my schedule, and he came at a time where I usually come back from my Zumba class. However, yesterday was a holiday, so we didn't have class. I'm afraid he will come again, and I don't think I can face him. What should I do now? I know I can't run away forever, but I need more time. Is this worth calling the police over? I mean, maybe. Je téléphone à la police. Yes. I fear it would make the problem bigger than it is and hurt our family relations. Our moms are really close. Oh, yeah, I guess so. And he really is not dangerous, I think. I mean, you're telling him that you don't want him to contact you and he's still trying to. And like showing up at your door, that's scary. That's invasive. He didn't contact me enough for it to be considered harassment anyway. Should I just be a big girl and open the next time they come? Or do I wait it out? Also, why is he bringing her? I'm curious, but I want to stand by my decision. I'm confused as to why he's bringing her too. She's just coming to drop off the trash. Let me see if anybody has insight in the comments, because what possible reason could the ex have for showing up? Call his mom, explain that he's dropped by and you want him to stop. Tell her that he has come by your place twice already, but you did not want to talk to him or let him in. Tell her that he's not welcome to come by your home. If there's a third visit, you will be forced to pursue a restraining order, and you'd rather not have to go down that road. Also worth mentioning that he was with the girl when he dropped by. My bet is that he thinks you talking to her will persuade you that there is nothing between them. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He still left you. He still left you for her and then changed his mind? He likely think the reason you will not take him back is because you do not believe that the relationship between them is over. No, we can believe it's over, but I think that she probably just realized that she doesn't want to be with someone who would leave his fiance that quick. With a flick of her finger, just like snap, and there he is. Like, I don't want that man. I wouldn't want him either. The reality is that you will never take him back because he shattered the trust. His current relationship status has zero bearing on that shattered trust. Also, move. I was gonna say this also. It's very clear that you have to move and change your number. Like, if you don't want to do the restraining order thing because it would get a little messy, like, you gotta get out of there. Like, you gotta move. He can't know where you are. Start the process of finding a new apartment. If you are locked into a lease, talk with your landlord and explain you have an ex who keeps coming around even after he's been told not to. Lots of landlords have more than one apartment building and might be able to accommodate you moving into another one of their units. I have a theory on the ex. I think he wants her to talk to the ex so the ex can convince her to take him back. As if the ex can say there's no relationship between us, I'm not a threat and you should take him back. Yeah, I'm good. It's because he's misunderstanding why she won't take him back. Right, because he left her right before they were gonna get married. I'm sorry, does that not like register that like what you did was like hurtful? He thinks she's worried that he'll leave for the ex again and the ex can convince OP that that won't happen. Yeah, no, sorry babe, I don't want him. You can have him. I was just playing. Break up with your boyfriend. What does Ariana Grande say? Break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored? Is the ex Ariana Grande? Ooh. Oopsie. The reality is OP does not want him back because he shattered all trust and the relationship no longer has a foundation. Therefore, there is no relationship. It's not about him going back to the ex. It's the fact that he left OP in the first place and that killed everything. Hit the nail on the head, my dear. Stand your ground. Don't ever be somebody's second choice. Ever. Subscribe!